My welcome to the Real Cine-Files, everybody. This is our follow-up to first episode of Halloween and Horror. This is part 2 of that, of the 2-for-1 we've been promising, and it's going to be perfectly timed because it is probably going to be dropping either the night before Halloween or on Halloween when you'll be seeing this. So we're excited to be bringing this to you. We're going to discuss a few things. We'll go over a couple little protocol things real quick. Protocol, that's not the right word. I just wanted to let everybody know about we already let everybody know about the streaming thing, the live streaming?
Yeah, we
Okay.
discussed that last time.
Yeah, just a reminder, if you're joining us for the first time, or if you didn't hear it the last time, we are finally set up for live streaming. We're going to start doing that soon. We'll give you announcements about that. And we've been looking forward to engaging with everybody. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We'll have, hopefully have the chat going and all that good stuff. Couldn't do it tonight though, because the freaking Wi-Fi decided to go down, Mike.
Like you said, it'd probably just be one person.
Yeah. Yeah, one person. Anyway, to answer everyone's question before going any further, no, we don't just review horror. We don't. This was a part of a 2-for-1 thing. It just happened to fall this way. And it is Halloween. There's a lot of horror going on. We've already discussed that. So it's just easier to do like a back-to-back, horror Halloween episode. This is more Halloween theme. We even put on like different lighting to make it more dark or Halloweenish. I was like, how am I going to make these lights Halloween color when Halloween color's orange and black? I'll have to have one light on. Anyway, so in case you're wondering, so bear with us. I mean, I know some horror fans are going to like this. You'll like even if you're not a big horror fan, you'll like this episode because we're going to talk about a few other things as well. There will be some personal anecdotes and some fun stories. So, we'll just see where we go with this, but I've got some stuff I've really been excited about. A little bit of news. Mike, I think I've told you, we talked briefly about the Taylor Sheridan universe, Yellowstone, Mayor of Kingstown, Tulsa King.
Yeah.
I told you about Lioness Special Ops, or Special Ops Lioness.
Yeah, I think you told me that last time.
With Zoe Saldana and Nicole Kidman. Did I mention to you, though, that the new season is here? Did I mention that?
No, you didn't mention that.
Okay, yes, it dropped October 27th. That was this past Sunday. And man, I don't know if they're doing 2 episodes at a time each week, but they dropped this first week. So I'm hoping they keep doing that.
I don't think they're going to keep doing that.
You're such a naysayer, man. Dude, I'm just hopeful. I hope they do because, listen, man, the first 2 episodes were absolutely amazing.
And it's Paramount Plus?
Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll have to get things set up, and I'll point you in the direction and all that if you don't have things set up that way. But listen, I watched the first 2 episodes, and it is just, the wheels fell off the first 2 episodes. In my opinion.
Wait, is that good?
Oh man, yes, I really like it. I really like it.
They probably just got you hooked on it, so when they drop that one episode a week, you can be like, man.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing. They're very strategic with their psychological moves. But it was just great. I won't get into anything about it. Spoilers. I don't want to get into spoilers or anything, but I was just so excited. If you have not checked out Special Ops Lioness on Paramount Plus, and Taylor Sheridan he's in it as a character. And this is an older guy, and he's freaking jacked, man. I always knew he was like kind of an in-shape dude, but he plays a soldier in this. And man, oh my gosh. Dude is like, he's good. I knew he could act because he acted in Yellowstone fairly well. But he seems a little bit better in this one. And also, Silo. I think I told you about Silo. One of Apple's like flagship sci-fi shows.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like, post-apocalyptic dystopian type era and genre. And the first season, I told you, it was incredible. There's been so much written about this, like, when's the second season coming? It's been very highly anticipated, and I've been eagerly awaiting it. And it drops November 15th. I know they're going to torture me with that junk, though. It's going to be one episode a week for sure. But listen, it's so good. Rebecca Ferguson, Tim Robbins, Common is in it. There's so many people in it. I just can't think of them all right now.
So, I mean, what it's about?
I don't want to give away too much because...
just be like vague.
I'll be very vague. Okay. It is a bunch of... an entire society of people that they've basically abandoned the outside above ground world and have taken shelter in a missile silo. It doesn't, they have this mantra and this, mission statement and whatever else you want to call it that they recite all the time. They're like,
so they're like a cult.
Well, I mean, it comes off that way in a way, but it's really not a cult. I mean, it's cultish in the way that they operate, yes, but it's not really a cult. And I'm not going to give away like anything other than they say, I don't even remember how it goes, but it's like, we do not know how we got here. We do not know why the silo exists. We just know that the outside world is unsafe and blah, blah, blah. They like recite it to keep everybody calm and at ease, to make sure, keep everybody in order, not to question things. I mean, it's like those kind of stories that you've seen.
Oh,
I
know where it's going.
But listen, dude, you may think you do. Listen, it's got some incredible twists, compelling twists. And it's just the thrills, and it's amazing. The suspense builds all throughout season 1. And Rebecca Ferguson, she plays the main protagonist who is not going to accept things at face value and just, swallow up what they're spitting out,
The rebel.
Yeah, she's the rebel, and it's really cool. I mean, the visual effects are incredible in it, and it just really, the mystery, it does really good, like baiting you and giving it just enough, revealing to you a little bit, little pieces at a time.
Yeah.
Little fractions of it. But listen, if you haven't checked out Silo on Apple TV, it is, I got to get you set up on that too. That will be easy. You forget the app. We'll do that. There's a lot on there that you have got to see, man, that you will binge easily.
What was the other one with the the quantum physics?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that it's escaping me. It was one of my favorite shows this year. What is going on?
It's called Dark Matter.
Dark Matter, yes. See? You didn't even see it and you remembered that shit. Sorry, y'all. Man, golly. I think it's because we just worked a long night. I'll let that be my excuse. Yes, Dark Matter's on there, but like they're really good with the sci-fi shows. There's a show on there called Severance. Season 2 of it is coming soon. That's Ben Stiller's show. And on the subject of Ben Stiller, just a quick recommend. These are my news topics anyway.
Yeah.
Quick recommend. A new show. It's not actually a new show. It came out in I think it was either 2018 or 2015. I want to say 18. But it's a show called Escape at Dannemora. Escape at Dannemora. Can you guess what kind of story that is? Escape at Dannemora.
Escape at Dannemora.
What do you think that would be? Just guess.
I don't know. I mean, the word escape, they're trying to escape from something.
Well, yeah.
Part of my dream.
So,
yeah,
it's a prison escape. I thought you were going to say immediately, like, yeah, prison escape. Prison escape. There's been some great prison escape shows, man.
I want to be a part of your dream.
I'll tell you, probably one of my favorite of all time was Prison Break. I am very easily lured in to the prison, breaking out of prison concept, especially if you do it at least relatively well.
That was the Fox show, right?
Yep. And that went on to have like a new like reboot season of it. I never got to see it, but I saw all 4 of the first seasons, and then there was a reboot season. There was a Prison Break movie that came out after the last season. But anyway, this show is about a prison break in Dannemora. It's it actually they filmed a lot of it in a real prison that's in I believe in New York State where the story takes place. And I can't remember the correctional facility. It's something such and such corrections institute, but Benicio del Toro's in it. Ben Stiller directed this show. It was a Showtime show that Netflix just got the rights to, and they're dropping it on Netflix. Netflix makes some wise choices sometimes. Not always, but sometimes they make some wise choices with the shows they pick up that didn't do so great on these other streaming platforms.
Yeah, but they'll
Here's your yeah, but.
Yeah, because they do this. They make a show, it'll be good, and they'll cancel it. Just like they did Dark Crystal. That was my show, and they canceled.
I can tell you're bitter about that.
I am bitter about that.
We're gonna write our local congressman, even though they have nothing to do with that. It just sounded right in my head about that. You need to come up with a bill and get it on the floor to get freaking Netflix in line, man. We're not playing. Yes, we are. But listen, this you don't have to worry about that because you know what it is. There's only one season.
Oh, it's only gonna be one season?
Well, yeah. When a show has is from a few years back on that was on Showtime or HBO. Netflix has been picking up a lot of Showtime shows and HBO shows.
Yeah.
They got Your Honor from Showtime. They've gotten a few HBO shows that I saw. They got that show Ballers with The Rock. I can't remember, was that HBO or Showtime? I think it was HBO. But they've been picking up a lot of those kind of series, and they're making wise choices with that.
Yeah.
But what happens is some of them, they'll blow up on Netflix nothing like what they had when they first came out on Showtime or whatever.
Yeah.
And fans will call for a renewal of it, even though it's years later. And so, I mean, I know a lot of people were calling for a Your Honor season 3, and I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't really know. I haven't finished Escape at Dannemora yet. That I can tell you right now, this damn internet better get going because I'm going in there from this episode, and when we finish, I'm going to finish that series. I'm on the last 2 episodes, but I don't know how it ended, so I don't know if it could even be renewed. It may just be a standalone. But the point is, you know what you're getting with some of these shows that hit Netflix that were Showtime or HBO, because however many seasons there was of that show, that's what there's going to be. So you know what your expectations. You can temper your expectations.
Yeah, I mean, many people say it shows that were good on Netflix that was supposed to get a second season, but they cancel it. It's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, there's been a lot of it's like cancel culture has poisoned our cancellation
Not that
process.
Type of cancel.
I know, I'm kidding. It's just a joke. But it's like you know how people are real quick to cancel people with cancel culture. They're operating like those people with the cancellation of shows, man.
Yeah, man, this show is a 10 out of 10. Well, we cancel it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like we just want to dash all your hopes and dreams on the floor, shatter them in a million pieces, man. With some of these shows, you're just like, I'm so invested in the show, probably more than I should be as a human being, as a responsible, supposed to be mature adult. But who cares? That's beside the point. This is our entertainment, food, But anyway, Escape at Dannemora. You got to check it out. Patricia Arquette. Listen, she plays a kind of role. Benicio del Toro's in it. Paul Dano, he was the Riddler in the Batman.
Yeah.
He's been in tons of movies. There Will Be Blood. He's a great actor. Benicio del Toro, I just love Benicio del Toro in everything. And there's a bunch of other well-known actors in it as well, supporting, you'd know them as supporting actors that, hey, that's that guy that was a supporting guy in that movie and 20 million others, A lot of those people, really known faces. Bonnie Tyler's in it. Anyway, I'm going to stop listing off names, but it's just really good, Mike. You've got to check it out. It's really good. But Patricia Arquette, she plays this, her and her husband, they play these super simps. Northern, the accents are great, but they're just so irritating. So, and she will so infuriate you. She plays she plays the best C word ever. She's a C word in it. And you know what I'm talking about. Chatterbox. Straight chatterbox.
Oh, I was thinking of the...
the other one?
I was thinking of the British word.
Oh,
yeah.
I was winking the whole time. You weren't even seeing it. Man, she play. I'm just messing y'all. I'm not trying to offend nobody. I seriously, she plays a chatterbox. She does, like that too. But no, seriously, it is. Man, I'm telling you, great show. Check it out. That's all the news topics I got. Lioness. I had a third one, but internet went down. Couldn't print my notes, and I'm an old man. I gotta follow those notes. But anyway, before we go any further, if you have not done it yet, please, if you can handle that horrible bit that just happened, stomach it a little bit, is all in good fun. Like, subscribe, and share on our channel. Like the video, share, comment. We'll comment back. And hit the bell notification when you subscribe so you get notifications when we drop new episodes, new videos. The channel's growing and the audience is growing, and we're so honored by it. We're so honored by everyone who views our stuff, and we've got more coming. We got more and more coming. We're set up to bring more episodes sooner and more frequently, and we're super excited about it. And just remember, this is the real Cine-Files. We are a discussion show. We are a conversation show about all things entertainment. Your spot for all things entertainment. And look, Mike is for real about that. I'm for real about that. I'm for real about that. I don't know why I'm so fascinated by this for real, like, pun dad ass joke, man. It's, gotta stop it. If you guys will comment for a change, we get very few comments. I'll stop the dad jokes, man, or I'll try. Golly. Anyway, moving on. So this is Halloween, man. This is Halloween. I'm so stoked. Listen, I just want to ask you. I was thinking about this earlier. I want to know. We haven't really gotten into like some Halloween jokes, like joke stories. Like,
well, I don't have any stories. I was raised in a strict Christian house, and we weren't allowed to celebrate.
Okay.
So we went to those Hallelujah carnivals. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, I think I used that word in our last episode.
Yeah. So we used to go to those.
I did too. I'm very well versed in those.
Yeah, my mom was like, Halloween is the devil's birthday, so it was no Halloween for us.
I went through a phase where that was very staunchly enforced as well in my household.
Yeah, John Hagee ruined everything.
Oh man, how dare you, Hagee? Yeah, and we're not going to get into all that or debating whether this and that. We're not going to make statements. We don't have a position.
Yeah, we're not getting
that. But I mean, come on, Halloween's just for fun anyway. You can get overboard and extreme with that stuff, and you probably agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's free candy.
Yeah, it's free candy. How could God not be in that? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so, but that's what I'm thinking at least. And but I went through the same thing earlier in my childhood though. Like when I was a kid, it was like the early part. We were gung ho. They were cool. I had great fond memories of Halloween. We had Halloween Day at Lafayette. You heard about my trauma last episode.
Yeah.
And so I celebrated young, but then there was this phase between and I was never really made to not fully celebrate it. It was just we kind of steered toward the church version of it for a while. So we celebrated it that way. I mean, I'm still celebrating. It was just it went from an R to a PG, man. That's not as fun. You know what I mean? I almost had to start dressing up in these churchy costumes. I was going through some pictures. I got a picture to show you, dude. But I was going through a picture just to look at some of just trying to reminisce and see what was I dressed up as. I remember some things I was dressed up as a kid. But I pulled out one picture. I was like, yep, that's the damn church phase Halloween picture. I was dressed
Bible man.
Dude, yeah, we didn't have enough money to be Bible man. Yeah. No, I looked like some janky, looked like I was I don't even know what it was. Some kind of high priest or something junk, man. And I had some staff that didn't make sense. And so it was a really well done costume, and I'm sure my mom helped me with it, but I just looked like a janky, like a Solomon. Maybe I was supposed to be Solomon. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you was Weird Al. What is it called?
Amish guy?
Yeah.
From the Amish Paradise?
Amish Paradise.
Churning lots of butter, baby. Yeah. Listen, No, but yeah, I was going through these pictures, just seeing what kind of costumes I wore. But that's what I want to ask you. What were some of your costumes, even when you were participating in the church version? Were you able to at least dress up then?
Nah, we didn't dress up.
Oh, dang, Mike. So were you out of dressing up phase when it came to?
Nah, parents never got into that. They was like, we don't celebrate Halloween.
So you just kind of kept with that.
I mean, celebrate Christmas. That's pagan. But you don't celebrate Halloween. Okay, but yeah.
Exactly. Double standard here. Yeah. So yeah. So I get that. And like, so with. Well, I'll just accept that. I was hoping you were going to tell me like
childhood was lame. Just
I get it. I mean, I guess some aspects of mine were, but it was not all of it. That thankfully it was adventurous in some ways. And when it came to Halloween, listen, we had some adventures. So I wanted you to give a chance to share some anecdotes. I didn't want it to just be all about me. I got a few to share with you.
You can share.
Okay, so I had some great costumes. I already mentioned that, I think, in the last episode. But I found some, man. Dude, I don't even know what I was. I was like this really, like, very convincing looking, like 4 or 5 year old hillbilly that Dory, that my sister dressed me up in as. It was great. I mean, it didn't quite age me fully because I was too young and far too cute. I don't know what happened to me. I was a cute kid. I don't know how that didn't come into adulthood with me, dude. But I'm like, man, I'm just going back. I'm like, man, God, why can't I be? You know, I was having issues earlier going through pictures, man. I was like, what the hell happened, man? I'm not trying to dog myself, but dude.
I say the same thing when I look at him.
It's like you're like I was much cuter as a kid, right?
Yeah.
It's like, man, I don't know what happened, but
like,
I had
where my hair going?
I'm starting to have some receding too, man. I'm getting there. Not there yet. Thank God. And I'm not gonna say I was about to give my decade away. Good Lord, I didn't. Thank God. But listen, dude, I had some great costumes, man, as a kid. But I also had some that didn't make sense. I came across, I don't know what was going on here, dude, but I came across a costume. I had some that was great. I was Yoda one year. I was that hillbilly one year. I was Dracula, I think, multiple times. Dude, I found this one picture. I thought I had it handy. I don't, but I'll show it to you after the episode. I'm going to put it up for the episode. I got to share this one because I don't know. Maybe somebody will comment about like what they thought was going on in my head or in my family's head. But I'm wearing a Batman costume, full Batman costume, original, like the gray suit, blue cape, like that kind.
Okay.
And that era of Batman at least. I mean, I'm dolled up, man. And then I got on a freaking witch mask with a witch hat. I'm Batman, but I'm a witch. I don't know what happened. I want to believe that they didn't let me go out of the house like that. I want to believe that I wouldn't at that age have let myself go out trick-or-treating like that. What I want to believe is that I was having fun even then. And I was like, I wonder what it would look like if a Batman was a witch or some dumb crap like that. And I borrowed somebody's witch mask, you know? But
it might have been a dare.
Could have been a dare. And you already know how I am about dares.
I triple dog dare you.
Yes. It only took 2 for me. But triple dog dare was a definite. I'm definitely a dare guy, dude, big time. And so listen, I had that. I don't get it. But let me fast forward to later. And listen, Halloween is all about these horror icons when you can dress up like these horror icons. And I was still doing, I'm talking about late teens, early 20s, well into adulthood. I was still doing some Halloween dress up, baby. I'm talking about adult costume parties and different things like that. And going out and just having fun. I'm going to tell you the most epic thing in the world. I don't remember what year it was. That's a lie. I remember exactly what year it was. 1998. I believe I was 17, 18 years old. I was 17. It was Halloween before I turned 18. And I got the full Michael Myers get up, man. And if anybody out there remembers this, you know what I'm talking about. It was legit, dude. I had the real, the shape mask. That's what they call it. His mask, the shape. I got a legit shape mask, his mask with the hair. I got the Dickies automotive technician suit.
Yeah, jumpsuit.
Black boots. I was it, dude. And I'm going to tell you right now, that costume still has power. And I want to say something to all you people. I'm going to make a statement right now. All these people out there, I love them. Props to you. All the YouTube shorts, all the TikTok shorts, all these Michael Myers things, like fusing Michael Myers with other bits of humor in today. There's like Michael Myers prank videos. Wouldn't it be funny if Michael Myers was doing this? I love them all. Even SNL just did a Michael Myers sketch the other weekend. And all these videos, but let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. And you, everybody. I was rocking that junk. I was rocking it long before there were these viral things. I wish I had that back then. We would have blown up, dude. I'm telling you. I hate to live in regret and if only and what if. Sorry, but I had to. Listen, we were doing it, man. We even went around with it. Go ahead. You were going to say something?
Oh, no.
We even went around with one of those old school, like the VHS tape in the side. Yeah, like the giant video cameras.
Okay.
Like where you still put the freaking VHS tape in it to record. We ran around with one of those recording. I was dressed as Michael Myers. We were going around downtown Tallahassee and creating mock scenes, like made up scenes where I'm like chasing my friends. They're the victims, man. It was so much fun. And listen, to this day, me and my friend, it's an inside joke now. Whatever happened to the Halloween tape? Whatever happened to the Halloween tape, the Michael Myers tape? Our friend who ended up with that tape and the 1985 wedding tape, and you know what I'm talking about, Dan. The 1985 wedding tape and the Halloween tape from 1998. It's missing. But it's out there somewhere, Mike. And I call, I don't want to say their name, but you know who you are, Chico. And you know your mom. If you don't have it, then your mom has it. That tape, I'm calling for that tape to unearth, to resurface for today, for Halloween. I ain't gonna get it this year, but I want it by next year. I want to look at that video. I want to, you know what I want to convert it. It's gonna be so horrible quality, terrible quality.
It probably was like it's unhinged and cringe, so they probably think it's trash.
It's probably like beyond tracking, being able to help it on the VHS VCR. I can't even get my words right. Listen, I'm telling you, it was so much fun. But the best part was at that same time, this was that same Halloween season. We went around and we were doing dangerous stuff, dude. Like dangerous stuff. That's what I'm saying. These prank videos and scaring folks, we were doing that back in the 90s, baby. Long before there was any tic-tac. Like your body rock. I don't know why I wanted to rhyme.
TikTok, there was Jackass, so you had that.
Jackass too, man. I'm telling you, Jackass too. They don't even give their due props to Jackass. But listen, I'm telling you, it was so great. We went around. We were literally doing the stuff from the movie. Like we were standing outside of people's windows. I was doing that. Not we. What am I saying? We. I was the one. I was Michael Myers. They just watched me and laughed in the bushes watching me do it.
It take a group effort. You got to have the person with the camera.
Yeah, and they're fueling my fire too, man.
You know, when somebody want to put hands on it, it's a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
I need that backup, man. Yeah, because I would have probably got knocked out too by somebody. But listen, I was doing just like him, standing outside still, like creeping people out. Because you never know. People are always going to have that nagging thing in the back of their head. Could it be real? Is there really a Michael Myers? Or is there really a person who took it too seriously and he's got the freaking thorn curse too and he's going to start killing people? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm that type of person too. I don't want to find out.
You don't want to find out, man. That's why you still see a clown coming at you, a clown costume. You see those clown prank videos, they got the giant hammer coming at you like dude, you're going to run like hell.
You're right.
It's scary. But here's the best part. Listen, here's the best part. I was in the Michael Myers get up. It's on the corner of 7th Avenue and Colonial Drive here in Tallahassee. Perfect spot. I go over, and it's not a heavily trafficked road. That's the best part. So when a car comes by, they're going to notice this. I'm laid down on the corner under the streetlight, okay?
Yeah.
Under the streetlight where you can see there's a body laying there. And my friends hid in the bushes. And they would yell to me when a car came at whatever direction. And they would yell right when it was coming by so that I could time it perfectly. And you know the Michael Myers sit up?
Yeah.
The scary as hell sit up? I was doing it. And there were some people driving by, they were beeping their horns or whatever. I heard people yelling going by. And some people were like, oh, that's so cool or whatever. But I got one car so good. There was a car pulled up at Colonial and 7th Avenue is right here. I'm right here on this corner. And I sit up just facing them, dude. It was timed perfectly. My friends are on the other side of the bushes. My friend Chico was dressed in the Scream outfit. So he waited until I got my good scares out of these people. So I sit up there. You heard them. You could hear them in the. They were sitting there at the stop sign, and they were saying, "What's going on over there?" Like they were seriously like investigating. What is this? They were wondering what the hell. There's a body over there. You could hear their mumblings and wonderings.
Yeah.
And as soon as I sat up, they peeled the hell out of there, dude. It was so great. They were scared out of their minds. So that's what this episode's all about, folks. Halloween and horror, and what horror movies do to our brains. What they influence us to do.
I mean, on the real though, if you seen somebody in a Halloween get up outside your window, what would you do?
Dude, I'm not gonna play with it, dude. I'm not gonna try them. Like I'm not. You want to go ahead and introduce scenarios now? What would you do in that scenario for real? Like I don't know. Like it depends on the character first. Hey, we got a guest, a freaking fly or bug, whatever that is, came and joined the show.
Hope it ain't a mosquito. I'm allergic to that.
Man, dude, well, I think it came in when I came in earlier. Anyway, thanks for joining us. I know you don't have much to say. You're probably gonna die in 24 hours. I don't know what the lifespan of those things are. Anyway, who cares? So it depends on the costume, depends on the character. But I would probably
Terrifier.
I'm out of there, dude. I'm out of there, dude. Because here's the thing. I've already seen these videos of David Howard Thornton, the guy playing Terrifier, in his Terrifier get up, going and scaring folks. And if it's him, I'm definitely running. I don't care who it is. If I even think it's him. Because I'm telling you, you don't play a role like that, as demented, demonic, as scary and gory and grotesque. You don't play a role like that, and some of that's like not a little bit in you.
Yeah, I think I seen something about that where he say he be walking down the street and he be thinking of like new ways to kill people in the movie or something like that.
That movie's getting to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that, dude.
But
Big time.
I mean, I haven't watched it because you showed me that one clip and I was feeling nauseous.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
bet
so
you-
gross, bro.
It's so bad, dude. Folks, I gave you should have seen the instant reaction with Mike. I just showed him one piece of one scene of Terrifier 2, and that was enough for him.
Yeah, I was feeling sick the rest of the day
Yeah.
at work. I was like, man, that's just too much.
You could see why some folks they threw up after they threw up, man, watching some of those. But anyway, moving on, dude. Halloween's always been a lot of fun. Horror movies, they do this. They give you these ideas. They're a lot of fun, you know. I mean, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say nothing.
But we like me and my friend Dan, like a couple Halloweens after that, we went as old men. My mom helped us with that. It was great. We went and got these like tweed suits, corduroy or tweed suits out at Goodwill. I mean, talking about retro as hell, dude. And then my mom, like she did us good. She did the makeup for us and everything. Put baby powder in our hair. So it like made our hair look white or gray. It was perfect, man. We went. We were in character for that. I think, did I ever tell you this?
No, you never told me that one.
Yeah, we went. We didn't break character until it was time to drink. No, we were doing partying and going to like bars and stuff, and we were doing all the Halloween stuff you do with your adult friends. Just getting into stuff. But we did not break character until it was like time to do other things. We stayed as old men. We had canes and everything, walking like them. It was great. It was great. So anyway, Halloween, a lot of fun, man. And that's what we want to do. We want to like give some horror recommendations, don't we? Maybe talk about a few?
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's do some scenarios. You
All
guys
right.
have been waiting for this. We already discussed Smile 2. It was a fantastic film. We hope you go and see it. If you haven't yet, you need to see it in Dolby. But we got Heretic, not this weekend, but next weekend. And we are going to check out Heretic. And yes, that is another horror movie. But guess what, guys and gals, we're going to offset the horror with a special episode in between. Aren't we, Mike?
Yeah.
What's it going to be?
Superheroes.
Yes. We have yet to do a theme where we discuss superhero movies, comic book adaptations, series, movies, like what they mean to us, how far back they go, some great factoids and trivia, discussing some of the best. You came up with a brilliant idea discussing the possible future of superhero movies, what we want to see happen. So anyway, that's going to be our next episode. We're going to probably talk a little bit about Venom. Mike's seen it. I haven't seen it yet. But it's going to be an all around, like, everything superhero related, supervillain, anti-hero, like encapsulating all of it. It's going to be fantastic. And I am excited. I've got a lot to say about it. I went through and found some great, the superhero roots, they go back with me too. We'll talk about it in that episode. I found some wicked pictures, man. No wonder I am such a Batman and Superman fan.
So Batman, your favorite superhero?
No. He's one of them.
No.
I got to go with the Man of Steel, bro. Listen, I'm
Boy
going to tell you,
Scout.
I want to save this for the next, what'd you say?
Boy Scout. Superman. He's like,
Oh, he is a Boy Scout. He's my dude. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, but when I'm done giving you my treatise on Superman, it's going to be a full dissertation, Mike. I might have you converted to being Superman. You can say all you want now, but wait till I'm done. Wait till I talk to you about spiritual parallels. Listen, I'm all the way in with Superman, and we're gonna save it for this weekend. I'm not gonna get into it yet, but I'm excited about it. But yes, Superman is my favorite, with the exception of another one that you are going to be introduced to. That episode, I'm not gonna say it yet, folks. You'll have to tune in for it. But I'm gonna be wearing his shirt. He is my second favorite superhero of all time.
Probably the Flash. You can run really fast.
You are so off, you don't even know,
That's
bro.
so lame.
I would never pick the Flash. Shoot. I already try and do too much fast stuff, and it's overrated.
It better not be Aquaman. That's like the lamest superhero.
Oh my God, yeah. Even when you got Jason Momoa playing him, you can't take away from how lame he is. They did make him more spruced up and cooler with those movies. They did a good job with it, but guess what? That did not change how lame Aquaman is as an idea. For real. Anyway, let's stop this because that's not what you're here for. You're here for horror. We want to inundate your feed, your recommendation list and everything. We want to inundate you with the darkest stuff possible in this episode. Just kidding. But recommendations. Let's do this. Do you have yours? How you want to do this? You want to go? Let's do yours first, and then if you want to talk about any of them and why they're your favorite, you feel like it, just do that, and then I'll give you some of mine.
All right. The first one, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I laughed the last time you told me that. It's a classic. It is. It's a classic. Movie. I mean, the best way. The best kind of B movie you can have.
Yeah.
I mean, horrible, wretched visual effects, but you just love them.
Yeah, it's like corny and creepy at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it.
You're right, like Ghoulies.
Yeah.
Yep, very much like that. Yeah. We're not recommending Ghoulies.
I'm recommending Ghoulies.
Oh, there you go. A little added.
The first one and the second one. After that, it's just garbage. But
Just
the first
garbage.
one and the second one.
What is it with threes, man? Halloween 3. Like, what is it with threes, bro?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes, 1984. Johnny Depp. Yeah, man.
The Grudge.
Did you know he was in that?
Who?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, he played the girl.
The boyfriend.
Yeah, the boyfriend.
Yeah, that crazy bed scene.
Yeah, where the blood just
That was
splashed
amazing,
on the
man.
roof. Yeah.
I was mesmerized by that.
And the guy was like, a scratcher, you might as well get a mop.
Yeah. Great one-liners in 80s horror,
And
right?
the parents are just so dumb.
They really are, man. It's like, are you for real right now?
I mean, that's what we need to talk about. Why does not anybody listen? You know, when somebody having an issue
Kill that thing.
in a horror
Almost
movie,
got it.
nobody listen. You notice that?
Let's talk about that for a minute. I want to tell you how infuriating it is to me. One time, I picked up a TV and threw it on the damn floor. No, I never did that. But I felt like doing that. I was like, are you kidding me? It's like, I understand you're writing it to bring even more frustration and to create a scenario where, you know, the dumbasses get killed or some other thing. But come on, man. Like, you know, in real life, that some of these parents aren't going to be that dumb. This is let me segue into this, and I'm so glad you brought this up. If you were a parent, we'll just use parents for now, and you've observed some things that are very clear, like points of evidence, and to make the case that something's going on that's really wrong, something sinister, possibly paranormal, but definitely something you should be scared of. Like, you've observed these things.
Yeah.
And they're trying, just like in this movie, and they're trying to reason with you.
Yeah.
Like, in real life, let's say let's say it was possible. Are you going to be a person who doesn't believe it?
I mean,
Let's be real. Like, let's look at it for real.
yeah, you're going to listen because it's your child. I
Okay.
mean, at first you're going to be like, well, you know, they just scared of the dark, scared of the monster in their bed. But when it get to the point where your child have like literal scratch marks on them, especially in the movie when she brought the hat out of her dream,
Yeah.
mother still didn't believe it.
See, that's insane.
Yeah,
That's when
it
you want to
is.
smack. You want to smack the B word. I'm all about the abbreviations today. Sorry. Only the fictional ones. I got nothing against anybody else. Excuse me. I did not say that. But I thought about this when I rewatched Smile 1. When Sosie Bacon's character, Dr. Rose Cotter, is, I mean, she's at her wit's end already. I mean, pulling her hair out, just stressed out. She's plagued with terror and torment. And she goes to her sister after the crazy incident with the dead cat and the gift. And there are things that have gone on. They haven't seen everything, okay? They haven't seen everything, and I get it. But they've seen enough, okay? And the behavior of her sister. She goes to her sister to try and plead with her. You remember on the front porch?
Yeah.
And first of all, the lame douche of a husband is like she tries to stop her from even talking to her sister, man.
Yeah, he was wrong for that.
Yeah, and he even just looked like that type of person. Like, if I saw that actor in real life, I'm just kidding. No, he played the character well. But the sister, like, she comes out and it's like, your sister, think about, like, if this was your sibling, are you gonna, like, at least try and leave room for a little bit of belief, a little bit of faith in them, leave a little bit of room to give them the benefit of the doubt? And I would, to some extent. I may not want to buy the whole meal, but I will like maybe there's something to this, because I would be thinking, I know who my sister is. I know how she functions. I know her MO. I know her mannerisms. I know her behavior. You know, I know these things, and she's not acting like herself.
Yeah.
I've never seen her act like this my entire life. Maybe I should listen to her. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, she tried to use her mother. Her mother was mentally ill, so maybe it passed on to her. You know, I'd be like, it's genetic.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. She did. She swept it under that rug.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want to deal with this. And she was like, well, Mom, she said something about her mom, and she had left because she didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And she was wrong for that. So
She was definitely wrong for that. But that's another example for you. People not believing, man. It's the most infuriating thing to see. Every time I see it, I get so upset. But I get why they do it. Okay, some more movies?
I'll
give you a couple too.
Children of the Corn.
Yes.
Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not a horror movie, but
It's horror comedy. It's horror adjacent.
yeah, I mean, cause what is it, Halloween Town?
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's horror adjacent, man. I mean, it's good.
And yeah, I love musicals. I said it. It's a musical. Evil Dead.
So good. The
Oh,
originals and the
Yeah,
remakes.
I was just
Yes.
watching Dead Army yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Army of Darkness?
Yeah, Army of Darkness.
Okay, yeah, dude. You have that shirt, don't you?
Yeah.
I was coveting your shirt, bro. Just gonna be honest with you.
Corpse Bride.
I have never seen Corpse Bride. It's a movie I haven't seen. Can you believe it, folks? There's a movie I haven't seen, and I swear by Tim Burton.
Yeah, I just love Tim Burton weird dark style.
Did he do Coraline, or was that somebody else?
Nah, he didn't do that one, but it's good.
It's got that same vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Okay, I thought so.
it's real good.
Okay, I'll have to check out Corpse Bride.
Excellent movie.
All right.
The Shining,
Oh, The Shining.
The Blob. Oh my God, that movie's.
Let me add one on the back end of The Shining. Okay, that's the Stanley Kubrick classic, adapted from Stephen King's novel,
Yeah,
and Jack Nicholson at his finest.
yeah.
Of course,
Crazy.
next to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which he was amazing in that, dude. Just tragic. That was just such a depressing film. But Shelley Duvall, Jack Nicholson, amazing. But did you see the long-awaited, much-anticipated 2019 sequel to it, Dr. Sleep? Did you see it?
No,
You are a Shining fan, right?
I mean I didn't know it was a sequel. I see it on Amazon Prime.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
watching
Mike!
now.
Don't go to sleep. That was an accident on Dr. Sleep. Don't be sleeping on Dr. Sleep. Listen, Ewan McGregor, Rebecca Ferguson. I told you about her earlier. She's in Silo. Listen, dude, I'm telling you, it's very good. It's very good, and it's longer than The Shining. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
I'm gonna check it out.
You should check it out. I think I'm getting away from getting. I might have to move the mic to you. I didn't hear. I could barely hear you there. To you, like you were far away from it for a second. You were like, I'm gonna check it out. I have to rib him, folks. Mike and Mike's don't get along. You think they would? They got the same name, man. Anyway, so you promise to check that out?
I'm gonna check it out.
It's on Max too. There's not a Max 2. It's on Max as well. It's on Max and Prime Video, but you have Max.
I got both.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. Watch it on whichever one's free. But listen, even if it wasn't free, it's worth renting. It's so good, man. I just added it to my list because I haven't seen it since 2020. I'm due to rewatch it. And there's a lot to it that I can't remember. You know it's a good horror movie when you can't sit down in one sitting and recall all the major plot points of it.
Yeah, I'll be trying to figure out what's going on. Like, I didn't really get the ending of The Shining, because he was in the picture.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, dang.
Well, guess what? You're going to have some of that unpacked for you in Dr. Sleep.
Okay, now I got to watch it.
Yeah, it follows Danny. Isn't the kid's name Danny? Red Rum. Was it Danny?
I think so.
Adult Danny, if I'm wrong, folks, I'm sorry. Red Rum. I can do Red Rum all day, man. Murder. But I believe it's Danny. It's adult. The story follows his life as an adult. And it's good, man. Gypsies in it. It's good, man. Witch, gypsies. Man. Okay. Check out Dr. Sleep. That's my recommendation for you guys. If you have not seen it, check it out.
And that's like connected to Sixth Sense too, right? The Shining.
No.
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 Some people claim it was.
I mean, there are different people that try and connect movies that have nothing to do with each other. It's the whole let's theorize. It's the same premise as or concept as fan fiction. Like, what if?
Okay.
Like these things parallel. Like, it's funny how this kind of intersects with this. They're probably related, like in their universe. It's not really. They're not the same thing at all. Right. They're not related. It would be cool if they were, but we don't need it because M. Night Shyamalan did great with The Sixth Sense, even with it being standalone. And Dr. Sleep is enough to give you a more full story with The Shining. If you ever wanted more after The Shining, which was such a great movie, and I sense that you have wanted more, you'll get it in Dr. Sleep. Should I give a couple?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen, this is a little lesser known recommendation, and we're gonna wrap it up in just a minute. We're gonna talk about a few scenarios. I got to pick your brain.
All right.
Can you believe we've already almost gone like an hour already? Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
You know. But there's a little known movie, one of Brad Anderson's early films. And Brad Anderson did a movie called The Stonehurst Asylum. And he did, there are a couple of them that are escaping my mind right now, but he's done a few really good movies. He did an early movie, 2001, called Session 9 with David Caruso. There are a couple other lesser known actors in it. There is a Scottish actor who I love.
Section 9?
Session.
Okay.
Like a therapy session.
All right.
You want to talk about an eerie psychological thriller? If you have not seen Session 9, do yourself a favor and see it. It is highly underrated. It flew under the radar. Not a lot of people that I've talked to have ever seen it. But it's a cult classic to me and my friend Dan.
All
So,
right. I'm going to check it out.
I know you remember Session 9, Dan. That junk, look, it scared the hell out of us, man. We saw Session 9 and then what is it about getting terrified by something and having that little itch scratched and then you get like a wild hair and you want to go scare the living daylights out of yourself even more? Like, I don't get that. Or maybe that's just relative to me, but I sense that there's some others out there that you relate to that. But we went to the old, have you heard of the old Sunnyland? Like insane asylum here? It was like a children's mental hospital.
No.
Here in Tallahassee?
No, I never,
Whoa,
never heard of that.
It was one of the creepiest buildings in Tallahassee. And it was one of those things where it ended up like developing its own lore around Tallahassee. Everybody would make up stories. And that was where everybody went to break in, smoke weed, and then get scared to death. It's like, that's the worst thing to do is get high and then you start seeing things in a place that's already creepy. But literally, you could drive into the parking lot and you would get terrified. It was scary, dude.
Oh, man.
But it closed down because of asbestos. So it was even dumber for these. It was asinine to go in there. These idiots going in there and breaking in to get scared or go smoke weed or do vandalism. I mean, dude, it's got
That's probably why they were saying things. Asbestos. You know, you got the asbestos flying down and you smoking weed.
Yeah.
It's going in your brain and stuff and you hallucinating. Like,
dude,
come on.
Seriously. I guarantee you some of them got asbestos and they think that they're thinking that they're experiencing the horrors of Sunnyland. And then some of them end up getting the hallucinations follow them all the way to their deathbed and then they die and they think that they were like diminished by a demon or something or a ghost.
But it was asbestos.
It was asbestos all along. The building was harmless. They just never did anything with it. Well, they finally did, and they've got a condo, a complex there. Yeah, it's near where my godmother lives, and I drive by there. I actually take that path on the way to work almost every other night, and I think about Sunnyland and those memories. But check out Session 9 if you haven't seen it. We're just going to highlight, dude, we've got a full list of recommendations. We're just highlighting a few of them, but why don't we go ahead and just go down the list so we can get to some scenarios.
I think I just had two more.
Yeah, two more? Okay.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yes, Jeepers Creepers. But we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, and Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia, man.
Damn, spider scared the hell out of me.
I think that John Goodman was in that, wasn't he?
Oh, that's the guy from Dumb and Dumber, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Jeff Daniels?
Yeah, the guy from Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
He played a doctor.
Okay. I for some reason I thought John Goodman was in Arachnophobia, and I may be mistaken. But here's the thing, another little thing. I haven't seen Corpse Bride, and I have not seen Arachnophobia. Can you believe it?
Oh man, check Arachnophobia out.
I need to see it because I
check it
could
out.
see it now. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. When I was a kid, I had the opportunity to see it, but I did not see it because I don't have it now. But I had a very big fear of spiders at a certain phase of my life. It didn't last long. Thankfully, I passed it on to my cousin. My cousin is still to this day terrified of spiders. He couldn't even see the giant spider on Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. He couldn't see the giant spider. He has to look away when the giant spider scene happens in Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. That's how bad he's got it. So I like to think that I passed my arachnophobia over to him.
I mean, when they small, yeah, but when they big like that, like Lord of the Rings, yeah, no, that is
Yeah,
creepy.
well, he's lame. He also can't handle anything with eyeballs. Like if you can touch your eyeball, people can touch their eyeballs. I can't touch my eyeballs. I could never wear contacts because I can barely put eye drops in my eyes if I ever need it.
Yeah.
But he can't handle eyes either. I don't know what got me on this, but I guess it's a shout out to Ashley and your lame phobias, bro. If you watch it, your eyeballs and your spiders. Anyway,
That's part of that movie creepy though. I mean, it's like a tarantula size, but
it is, and it moves fast too.
yeah.
Yeah, and there was a full spider scene in The Hobbit too.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was pretty good, pretty creepy.
It was like in the beginning, wasn't it?
I think it was the first one, right?
Yeah, they was in the forest.
Man, that was good too. I'm just going to go down my list. I'm not going to talk about any of them. I would love to, but I want to save time. This is for Halloween, guys. We want you, if you've not caught any of these are specifically if you're looking for a good horror movie to watch right now. Listen, I'm going to give you recent, and then I'm going to give you all time, okay? Barbarian, 2022. Us, Jordan Peele, 2019. The Scream, 2022. It's just called Scream, but it's really Scream 5. The Menu, right?
Yeah.
The Menu, Nope, 2022. Pearl, 2022. That's the sequel to X. If you haven't seen X, I got that on my list as well. That's Ty Williams' trilogy, X, Pearl, and Maxine. I think you can see all three.
They're on Max.
They're on Max.
Yeah.
You need to get on them, Mike.
All right.
You'll like them, dude. You'll really like them. Okay? Mike and I saw this earlier this year, both of these movies, and we rate them very high. Long Legs and Strange Darling.
Yeah. Highly recommend.
Both recent, highly recommendations, both from this year, both from 2024. That is the year we're in, right? I forgot for a second. I didn't. Yes, I did. No, I didn't.
You said 2022 or 2024?
I said 24, right? Did I
said
just say
22.
22? Damn it. It's because I said 22 before that. That's why. It's the same thing earlier tonight when I'm writing Route 21 and then writing 21 again because 21 and 22 are together. I don't know, man. I'm losing it. I shouldn't say that. Those words. Don't speak that over to yourself. You know when they say that? I just had to say it. Okay. Strange, Soft, and Quiet from 22. Malignant from 21. Werewolf movies. And listen, I got to correct something from last episode. You were asking me about the history of Wolfman. And I talked a little bit about him. And then I kind of blended just werewolf movies in with Wolfman. But I was just trying to give examples of Wolfman movies where it was just focusing on one werewolf who was a man. But I misquoted. I didn't want to give people the wrong idea. I was not giving an accurate list of Wolfman because I said American Werewolf in Paris, American Werewolf in London, and all that stuff. But that one you said,
Bad Moon.
yeah, I looked it up. I thought it was the Wolfman that I thought you were talking about. It was that one. It was the Benicio. It was the Emily Blunt character.
Yeah.
She ended up having to kill him on the edge of that cliff, right?
I can't remember. I was watching the other day, but I didn't get to finish.
It was the same movie because I looked up Bad Moon, and there was a Bad Moon from 1996, and I could see how it looked like it was Bad Moon, but it was actually the same movie that we were both talking about, Wolfman. It was that one.
So those two movies, the same movie?
Yeah. I don't know where Bad Moon came from.
They probably just changed the name.
I guess so. I guess they did. But anyway, momentary lapse there. Sorry, folks. But let me get back on it. Listen. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so many, guys. Let me just give it to you right here. The Conjuring. The original Halloween, 1978. 28 days later, one of the best zombie movies of all time. Hands down. all props to Dawn of the Dead, the original Night of the Living Dead. All those are great. They set the stage, but I'm telling you, 28 Days Later is nothing like it. The original The Grudge, that movie still, oh my gosh, try not to talk about
Scary
it.
as hell.
It's just so scary. I'm telling you right now, I'll watch it now, and I still get the hair stand up and chills, that chill down your spine. They don't say spine chilling and what is it, blood curdling or bone curdling?
Yeah.
They don't say that for nothing. It's that movie does it for you, man. I liked the remake too, but it was nothing like the 2004. Nowhere close. American Psycho, comedy horror, 2000. The Strangers, 2008. It Follows, 2014. Cabin in the Woods, comedy horror. And From Dusk Till Dawn. That's a little collaboration from Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. Amazing, amazing stuff. Check some of those movies out if you haven't. I've got a lot of honorable mentions that are just indie horror, like cult classics I couldn't get to, but these days you can Google anything and find out like stuff. You don't even need us. What? Don't quote me on that. You do need us. Come back. Please come back. We're going to give you some good stuff. We'll steer you in the right direction. But anyway, so let's close. This has been a fun episode, man.
Yeah, it has.
Did you have anything that you wanted to add about any of that stuff? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Well, one movie that came to my mind is what is it called? When Darkness Falls.
Oh yeah, dude.
What was that movie with the lady? She was obsessed with the writer of a book, and she made a Misery.
Oh yes, dude. Misery's a great one.
Yeah, that movie.
See,
was
these
wild.
are honorable mentions, man.
That
Good
movie
stuff,
was wild.
man. That was a Stephen King adaptation.
It was.
I think, wasn't it?
I don't know. I just
Hey, Google that real quick. I don't want to say anything else wrong on this podcast. I'm pretty sure Misery was a Stephen King. James Caan and Kathy Bates, baby. I'll tell you what. A lot of people thought that character, you can picture her. She was amazing, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was a nut.
Now, would you not think that is a hard role to go past?
Yeah, Stephen King.
Stephen King. Okay. That's a hard role that's gonna carry you. Some people, one role defines them. And I'm telling you, for a lot of years, and that's not a bad thing. As long as it doesn't confine you, because people can't get past seeing you in a certain role.
Yeah.
She did such a stellar job on that movie that I thought that I was never going to be able to see her in any other way. You could see that, right?
Yeah.
And I think for years that kind of went with her. That was the ghost chasing her. She couldn't live past that. You couldn't see past that character, you know? But I got to say, Kathy Bates, props to you, because she's killing it, man. She's so great now. She's been in so many comedies, and I just love her. She's one of my favorite older, baby boomer actresses. She's great, man. Fried Green Tomatoes. I know you love that movie, Mom. There's not so many podcasts, folks, where you're going to see one of the hosts shout out to their mama. I don't know why I'm going Southern, man.
You sound like Johnny Bravo right there.
Do I really?
Yeah, it was like Mama.
I'd never seen Johnny Bravo.
Never seen. Oh my goodness.
But see, you also told me that I need to tighten up on some damn SpongeBob and SquarePants, because every time you and your
I don't
dad
watch SpongeBob. I don't even watch no
your
SpongeBob.
dad references SpongeBob, and he's like 80. Just kidding. He's 60. I'm just kidding,
We
man.
used to watch that with us when we was children.
Okay, so that's how he remembers it.
Yeah.
But you didn't love it as a kid?
Yeah, I loved it, but it ain't something I watch right now. Why the heck I look like watching SpongeBob?
The real Cine-Files, folks. We start with horror and suspense and dark things, demonic entities, and we end with SpongeBob. That's what we do. Once you think we're going to be in one...
It's a good show, but I'm not finna watch SpongeBob.
I hear a lot of funny stuff about Patrick. I'm intrigued. I want to give it a shot, but not. No, I'll never watch it. It'll never happen. Okay, let's do this, man. We've been saying scenarios forever. I'm getting tired. We got to wrap this thing up, but I got to ask you about this, man. I'll ask you one. You ask me one. Okay. And this is what we're going to do. We'll find time. We'll see where the superhero episode takes us. and we're going to make this commitment to you guys. Look, when the conversation's flowing, you got to go with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're not going to be enslaved to a format, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to just be tethered to that. You know, we have ideas or segments we want to do, but we're going to keep our word. We're going to incorporate them as much as we can and as much as the time allows us. So we'll do some more scenarios. I see where it's going to kind of be like a 6 degrees thing. We'll just pick a scenario maybe each episode.
Yeah.
And go from there. But this is horror. This is the horror episode, so we got to do horror. So
All right.
there is a recommendation. I saved it for scenarios. If you've not seen it, there's a movie that came out in 2016 called 15 or 16, if I'm not mistaken, called The Belko Experiment. James Gunn, one of my favorite current filmmakers. He's the genius behind Guardians of the Galaxy, baby. Great movies, right?
Yeah.
And he's doing the new Superman movie coming out in 25. I can't wait, man. I think it's 25, isn't it? May of 25? It didn't get pushed to 26, did it?
I mean, I haven't even checked on it.
Well, we're going to talk a lot about that next episode, but he's behind Superman Legacy. James Gunn, brilliant. He was one of the writers and developers of the Belko Experiment. So here it is. There's this office. They're this, like, just what you would think, basic, like, data entry. I don't remember what they mainly do. It's very vague, but it's an American satellite office in Colombia. And all these people go in, they got badges and all this kind of stuff. Well, it shows all these different people in there going in. They check their badges in. Well, you find out all of a sudden they're all at work, and all of a sudden you see these soldiers outside, and people are wondering what's going on with all the security. Like, there's security being checked, checking people in, just all kinds of stuff. All of a sudden, the building just goes on full lockdown. Windows completely covered. I'm talking about like thick plated steel, some kind of special metal. Like, you couldn't even, like, a blowtorch wouldn't do anything with it. Like, that's how you're not getting out. It just locks down. And the next thing you know, you hear this voice come over the intercom. This is spoilers, folks. If you haven't seen the Belko Experiment, this is spoilers, but you should totally see that movie. Even with me spoiling it, because I'm telling you right now, it'll still get you. Even if you know what's happening. You still need to watch it. I think you'll want to watch it. So, because I'm not going to tell you what happens. I'm just going to tell you what you need to know in the scenario, because I want to know what you would do.
All right.
So all of a sudden you hear this voice come on the intercom, and they say, employees of Belko, whatever. You have been chosen for an exercise. If you do not choose 2 people, in the next hour, if you do not choose 2 people in the next hour to kill, at the end of that hour, we will kill 10 people. And they're like, what the hell? Of course, everybody's thinking, this is a joke. You deal with the normal people that are just like, this is a joke. People are playing a prank, the ultimate prank.
Yeah.
Then they start realizing there's something to it. And then they remembered after the hour goes up and nobody kills anybody, 2 people's heads explode. And they remembered that they put these chips in. They thought that they were, I would have never let them do that to me. I'm just saying. They implanted these chips that were supposed to be like some kind of security. They convinced them that it was necessary. You had to have it. It was security and blah, blah, blah. And so then they say the next thing. They say, you have failed in the first exercise. The next exercise is you have got to kill. You have to choose 10 people to kill. And if you do not choose 10 people to kill at the end of the time, the hour or whatever, I think it was an hour, it doesn't matter. Details aren't important. I'm trying to get to the scenario.
Yeah.
Then we will kill 30 people. Yeah, and so on and so forth. And it keeps going and going and going. So here's the scenario. They know it's legit. you're there, Mike. You're one of the employees. Let's just say that you were one of the idiots that got the tracker. And so you know what's going on, and you have found, it's legit. Some people go upstairs and they up to the very top of the building and try and hang a sign for help and get someone's attention, and then they blow somebody's head up there. So they basically make it to where you can't do anything. You can't put a sign up. You can't call for help, whatever. None of it's going to work. So they know it's real, and they know that they have a certain amount of time to kill. Think about this. You have to kill a certain amount of people within a certain amount of time, or they're going to kill this many people, right?
Yeah.
So my question to you is, think about this. What would you do if you were one of the employees? You're seeing all this go on. There are trackers in the head. This is what's setting off the explosion. You know you can't get out. There's no getting out. Do you hide and hope that you're not one of the ones who dies? Oh, there's also an armory. There's an armory in they didn't know about it. It was discovered when this all happened. There's an armory with guns, and the security guard has the key to it. There's a security guard posted up too. So think about this. You have a choice. You have to kill a certain amount of people in a certain amount of time, or they're going to kill a lot of people, and you could be one of those people that randomly gets killed. You don't know. You don't know how they're doing it. You don't know how they're choosing people. So it's a good scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what they call like a catch-22 or something like that, because it's like darn if you do, darn if you
It
don't.
absolutely is a catch-22. But I wanted to know what you thought. I can tell you what some of the characters did, but I wanted to see what you might do. You're in that scenario. Those are all the facts. You know that you can't get up to the place they successfully hang a sign, but then it falls when one of the people gets shot or get their head blown off. And you got some people that are buying into it. They start killing folks. You got some people that are just hiding. So it's like, and then there's one guy, he's the main protagonist, and he's trying like hell. He's trying like hell to avoid killing anybody the whole time, even knowing that this is happening. He's just trying to find a way out of it. And like he even goes in and tries to pull the tracker. I mean, he's cutting into his head to get the tracker, and they see him on camera. So he can't even pull the tracker out.
Yeah, I think I would try to find a way to escape because, I can't kill no innocent people. So I would try to find a way to escape.
And just hope in the meantime your head doesn't blow up?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I feel like, they could be getting you to kill people, and in the end, they may just kill everybody.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, in the end, it leads you to believe that because they're literally, it's a behavior exercise. They just want to see what everybody will do. And what he does is pretty brilliant. It gets all the way down to like, there's like maybe 15 to 20 people left. And it gets down to, okay, whoever has the most kills from this entire day lives. Everybody else dies. So it ends up, people, they just go kill crazy. It's crazy. It's gory as hell, but it's so compelling just to see what people will do, to see how they react in those situations, to see what they're capable of. But this is what this guy does. He goes around, I don't remember all the details and nuance. You got to see it because it really does make you think, like, what would you do? What would I do in that scenario? I'll tell you what I would do in a minute. But he goes around and he's got one guy goes, a different guy goes in a lot of dead people's heads and gets, he goes in the heads of people that got killed where the things haven't been detonated yet.
Yeah.
And he collects them, a bunch of them. And then the main protagonist ends up having them. And he ends up being the winner. Like it's lucky because he only ever he only ends up killing one person in the end. But he kills the main guy who had killed all these people, the boss of the company.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So think about the irony there. The boss of the company who was like, we got to do this. We got to participate. And he had a military history. He was that type of guy. He's like, we got to participate. We got to do it. And he had the most kills. And the main guy who was fighting, let's not resort to this, fighting for let's preserve our humanity. We can't kill each other. This guy, the guy you're rooting for.
Yeah.
He ends up only killing one person. And he had to because he was trying to kill him, the boss who had the most kills. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they end up bringing him out and they sit him down. He gets a behind the scenes look. There's like a little bunker next to their building. And this guy starts interviewing him. And he sees this whole set of camera screens, monitors, where there are other people all over the world doing the same freaking experiment at other different office buildings. I mean, deeply disturbing. But this dude was awesome because he secretly, sneakily starts putting, the soldiers bring him out. He puts the tracker things, the detonator things, the explosives on each of the people. They don't even see him do it. And then he finds out they had the little exchange. They're going to let him go. And he's like, you were doing this whole thing as an experiment to see what humans would do? And then he jumps away real quick and he sees the switchboard where they're turning the people, everyone's got a name.
Yeah.
And they're flipping those switches. He just flips them all and kills all of them. It was awesome. But then you see like the video feeds of all these other things. So, dude, I don't know what I would do. I really don't. I would probably do like you. The movie gives you no hope as far as there being a way out. It shows you that there's like, it makes you believe there's no way that anybody's getting out of this.
Yeah, because I mean, people dying at random.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you kill somebody, maybe they won't flip your switch, but still, it's like,
It's not worth it.
you still got to live with that.
You got to live with that.
Yeah.
Like, so what do you get? Yeah, that's a great point. Like you're going to do all this to survive. And now you've got to live with the fact that you've taken so many lives so you could.
Yeah.
It's unreal, regardless of what they forced on you.
And then you got to keep that secret.
Man, seriously. It's crazy. I don't know what I would do, man. That's why I asked you for the scenario. I really don't. I'd probably do like you. I'd probably still hold out for hope and try and find a way to escape, even though it seemed like there really was no way out. At least they led you to believe there wasn't one, or clearly they didn't discover it.
Yeah.
So, do we have enough time for you to ask me one? We hope everybody has enjoyed this conversation. We have had a great time. We're going to do one more scenario question. Mike's going to give me one. This is going to be fun, man, because I've got so many that I've wondered, like, what would I do? And I want to know what you would do.
Okay, mine might sound lame because I did it in like this type of form, but
No, it's not going to be lame.
it says, as you settle into your cozy cabin in the woods for a romantic holiday getaway with your girlfriend, you stumble upon the infamous Necronomicon Ex Mortis and a tape recorder. Curiosity gets the best of you, and you play the tape, only to hear the chilling words recited from the book. Suddenly, the evil that lurks in the woods come to life and possesses your girlfriend. As panic sets in, you realize that the only way out of the nightmare is through the woods that are now filled with danger. With the bridge out, it seems like a hopeless situation, but you know you cannot leave your girlfriend behind, and you must find a way to save her and escape together. What do you do?
Is this from Cabin in the Woods?
No, that's the Necronomicon. That's Evil Dead, the book.
And
then you got the
I totally missed it. I
the
totally missed
evil
it.
in the woods. They'd be like, join us.
Okay,
join us.
so you can't leave. Okay, so you're bringing up the
Well, no, you can leave.
Evil Dead narrative.
But you can't. The only way to leave is through the woods.
But you have to face all this evil.
Yeah, you got to face all evil.
But your girlfriend's already possessed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she's screwed. You gotta let that girl go. Sorry, ladies. I mean, it's on you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Look, one of my best scenarios had to do with making a tough decision like that. I want my next scenario for you. I'm not getting sidetracked. I'm getting back on this. the speak no evil scenario, there's some dumb stuff that happens that this family does, and you're just like, and the truth is, it's hard to hear, but sometimes you got to make some decisions that you have to give up on somebody. You just do. You have to accept the fact that you can't save them. It's over for them. There's nothing else that you can do, and you have to accept it. So
Yeah.
But you're saying that there's a
way out.
There's a way out, but is there a way to get her unpossessed? It's never given that indication, has it?
No.
Okay. So, especially in Evil Dead Rise, my gosh. But listen. Okay, so can you do anything with the book?
As far as I know, nah. Because
so we don't know if there's a
Mesopotamian.
That's right. That's right. So it goes way back, very, very dark roots. So roots, funny because there's trees in the woods. They have roots. Stupid brain. So I'm thinking, you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to search the Necronomicon, but say it again. What is it?
Necronomicon.
Necronomicon.
Ex Mortis.
No one, Ex Mortis. That's a great word. That's a great name. Necronomicon Ex Mortis. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to see if I can find a quick recipe to cook something real good, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to get me possessed. That'll give me something that I can cook. That'll taste really good. I can take it with me out in the woods. It'll be like food for the demons. Okay?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to feed them that food because there's got to be a recipe in the Book of the Dead. There's got to be a recipe in the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, okay, for food. There's got to be, okay? So I'm going to get that recipe. I'm going to cook it up. Definitely be like just put off by the pungent stench of the just whatever it is, probably dead human parts in the recipe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's going to be enticing to the nostrils of the dead, dark things lurking in the woods.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to use that dish to distract them all while I make a beeline straight through the forest, straight through the woods, and I'm out. I'm deuces. I kicked rocks. I win. I don't even need Ash.
I think it's a no-win situation.
It's a no-win situation. I just wanted to I was like, man, there's no way out of this. But it's like, what would you do? Like, you would just try and like fight, keep yourself from getting possessed and all that stuff?
Because we saw in the second movie, it possessed his hand. He had to cut that off.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's right. That's how he ended up with the chainsaw there. Man, that was brutal. That's awesome. I love it.
And
dude.
then he got possessed. Matter of fact, it is a win condition. Just got to wait till the sun come up.
Oh, dude.
Because you remember when he got possessed, when the sunlight hit him, the spirit got off of him. So you just have to hold out to the day.
So I got to keep her contained, not let her bite me or do anything like that so I get possessed.
She getting cut up. What you talking about? She getting cut up with the chainsaw and buried. You don't remember he cut her up with the chainsaw?
Yeah, but you didn't say I could do that in the scenario.
Well, you can. You don't have to save her.
So you're like, yeah, but we don't even know if you can save her. I'm going to chainsaw the hell out of her. If I'm going to try and hold out till morning, she's not her anymore.
Yeah.
Jamie's gone. She's no more. I'm just making up a name of a fake girlfriend. Well, look, man. These scenarios were crazy. What a great introduction to our scenarios segment. Good choices though. This is a lot of fun. Very entertaining. Well, we're gonna close, man. I just want to remind everybody, please like, subscribe, and share. This was our part 2, our number 2 of our 2-for-1 Halloween horror. For all the time that we were gone, and you'll probably be able to see it as soon as we put it up, probably night before Halloween or on Halloween. So we hope you enjoy it. We had a great time, and we will do 6 Degrees next segment. Don't forget, when you like, subscribe, and share, comment, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. Obviously, you're probably watching us on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify too. We got everything on audio on Spotify. We're trying to build our audience there, and I actually enjoy listening back to some of our stuff on Spotify. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, We've had a great time. Mike, you got anything else?
Nah, that's it.
The real Cine-Files were out. Not yet. Not yet, actually. I meant what I said last time. You need to snatch some bags, okay? Bring back the old days. But you got to listen here. These kids, they don't play like they used to. They hold on to their bags. I know they're not trick-or-treaters. They're not out like little insects out there in the neighborhoods anymore like they used to be. But some are still out there, and they don't play, man. These kids will kick you in the shins, okay? So you need to come prepared. You need to have a strategy if you're going to snatch some bags. I recommend, look, I'm just saying do it just to keep with the spirit of things. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just fun. You know what I mean? It's not to be vicious or anything. I do recommend if you don't want to catch a charge or get accused of pedo stuff, because you know the day we're living in, you probably want to just go buy some candy from Walmart. But anyway, for those of you that don't like observe orthodox and traditional things, you might want to, do your thing. Snatch some bags. Anyway, we'll see you next time.